Got love.
See what I'm saying?
Getting to know you.
Oh my
Getting
God.
to know all about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me.
This is awesome.
Haven't you noticed? Suddenly we're all bright and breezy because of all the wonderful and new things we're observing about you here today.
Oh my God.
Jennifer!
Thank you. You just made my day.
I knew it.
Oh,
Man.
I'm blushing.
I know she loved that part.
See, it works, you guys.
Just kidding. It's makeup. Just kidding.
Well, you know, sometimes I come up with these ideas, and I'm known for that, Jennifer. And my friends go, "What?
Yeah.
What did we?" Even when we did this, you
Yeah.
know, we called around and asked folks to do shows for us, and they're like, "We don't get it. We don't. I don't know what you're talking."
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here today, the 2010 Miss Taiwan USA, a freelance model, an actress, a singer, a person involved in entrepreneurial efforts. And we say so much more than eye candy. And a person who is part of the whole group of wonderful individuals that we've met through Tuesday, Nunes. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Irene Gonzalez. Woo! Yeah.
Just call her Miss FHM. I just have to
You
say
know, this is actually most of the stuff that we had from her last visit.
Yeah.
But I have to take at least a second, Jennifer, just so they can see the many faces. So please allow us, the fans, because I will scroll down. Take a look as she starts with her attitude right here. There she goes with the attitude right there, everybody. Let's
my
scroll.
Zoolander.
Yes.
Ooh. But and look at that. We may have to come back and talk a little bit about that just to refresh everybody's memory. Look at that.
You're being nice to that. I like that, man. You're being a gentleman.
Wow.
Whoa. That right pick. It just
So much attitude,
whole
huh?
attitude,
That whole
yeah.
attitude thing that she brings so nice.
Yeah, it's great.
And take a look here.
I think that's a nice way of hinting I got attitude.
Flavor.
I'm just kidding.
She is not white bread.
Great photography on this shot. This one here. That
is so, and girl,
That
your
was
hair.
for Pinups for Patriots.
wow.
Wow.
That was great.
Wow.
I'm on their cover this year.
Now this is the person. It's the kind of the retro, the different look. It's this one stood out a lot for me, man. Believe it or not, it's just different. It's I'm trying to figure out, is she like in a wild African safari or just up in the valley?
Well, we just wanted to refresh your memory, okay? We're not going to stay here. We did want to, refresh your memory.
Right.
Give you a perspective. I call it creating perspective.
Yes.
Like this picture here, it creates perspective.
Yes.
It does. It's one thing it creates is perspective. Yes.
Very good.
So Jennifer, welcome. Tell us about what, you've been up to a bunch of stuff. And it's been what, Vic, how long you say it's been?
It's been 2 years since January.
It's been a
Wow.
little bit longer than that, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. It's sure.
I'm
wow.
a Scorpio. I'm a go-getter. So I've been hitting it up. I've been hitting up the entertainment industry like crazy. I've got, as of the end of March, I've probably got a total of 15 magazine covers. Put that phone on silent.
I'll tell you, sometimes that's one of the ways they call into this show.
Yeah, so I've got like 15 or 16 magazine covers as
Wow.
of then. And I'm not limited to just like FHM Maxim stuff. I've been doing high fashion, as you could see. That was MAMi Magazine, my first high fashion cover, actually.
Wow.
I've been on tour. I endorsed several products. What is with you people and your phones?
Got a live call. We have a live call in.
Yeah, we have
live call
Nice, I'll answer it. Housekeeping.
Hey, so how did you actually pull this off, Jennifer? Refresh them about your early times, because you're not from Los Angeles, are you?
I actually am. I'm
Okay.
born and raised in Redondo Beach, but I've done a fair share. Hey! But I've done my fair share of traveling, so I'm like a nomad. I'm all over the place. But you know, you got to network. You got to network, not burn bridges. Everywhere you go, take advantage of that, and you know, pass out your cards, meet people. You can't be just a pretty face with an ugly personality. You're not going to book work. I'm sorry. They may book you for something based on your photos, but then they're never going to book you again. So I'm signed by several agencies, but believe it or not, I book most of all these covers and magazines on my own.
Wow. So you serve. So now you're serving as your own representative in many cases.
Yes.
With that whole entrepreneur. Now, how did that come about? Just you found that it worked better for you, or what?
Well, what I like to tell people, I get a lot of offers for people trying to manage me, and don't get me wrong, I'm willing to accept a good management company. But what I like to tell them is, if you can't book more work for me than I'm booking myself, then what's the point?
Well, you know, this is an interesting
prove
point.
To me that you can beat my momentum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're out there representing your own brand. Now, believe it or not, Jennifer, this is one of the hype areas that we've been dealing with in some of our other shows, because we think it's the way you really have to at least try to do it. You know, it's amazing the amount of people think you first go out and get representation, as opposed to recognizing you need to build yourself up to even qualify for the most part.
Well, and that helps too. I mean, that's what helped me learn about the industry. And like I said, I'm also represented as well, just not exclusively. But I'm out there, I'm trying to encourage young girls that are thinking about entering the entertainment industry, that it's not handed to you on a silver platter. You got to go out there and get it. So my best advice for people when they ask me, well, how are you doing that? How are you booking these jobs? Can you let me know if there's any work? I so badly want to say, and I guess I'm going to say it right now, is I'll let you know if there's castings, but why don't you go out there and find it yourself? Because it's really out there. It's on the internet. It's available to you. Go to events. Pass out your cards. Don't be a diva. I'm sorry. I have a no diva policy. Not at first glance. Not at first meeting, anyways.
No. But it's interesting because there's an issue that comes up all the time about how much time do you have to spend to promote your own brand? Because, face it, there's two kinds of people we seem to find out there. Those trying to get the furthest on the least effort, and those trying to get the furthest on the most effort. They're not the same kind of people at all.
Right.
But what do you think about that whole question about, because I'm sure sometimes you get asked, how do you run all this? How do you have the time to do all that?
And that's a very good question, actually, because I did the short-term pain for long-term gain. I did a lot of free work technically from home, researching, emailing, sending out my photos. You know, you have to book yourself, and that is very time consuming, not to mention your social media. I think when I met you guys for the first time, my Facebook fan page was at like something measly like 5,000, and now it's at 66,000, I think. So, wow. And wow. It gets time consuming. You get a lot of volume of messages, and you know, you don't want to turn any of them down because you can book work that way.
So you respond to email. You work every day?
Yes. I have not had a day. I had a day off on Super Bowl. I just lay there and be lazy and watch the TV.
Everybody listen to that because, you know, a lot of the entrepreneurs out there, they don't understand. This is a major point that we discussed.
Take today, for example. I've been up since 6 a.m. and I'm working till 8 p.m. So.
Wow. How many shoots do you have to remind them today?
3. After this, I head straight to one shoot for a magazine cover and spread for Chula Magazine. And then I'm shooting for a clothing company, Panic 39. And then after that, I'm shooting for a national campaign for a restaurant company. We're doing a poster that we're going to be giving out at conventions, thousands of them.
Wow.
So,
That's
busy.
That's what I'm saying.
And how much time would you say you spend a day in social media, like Twitter? You know, because Jennifer, this is another thing. People actually don't realize they don't treat it like a job. Yeah, you got your phone. You've been doing stuff since you've been here.
Well, you see, like I said, I've been doing behind the scenes because people want to see what you're doing. That's how you maintain a following base. So if you are in entertainment, get with it. Get on your... I know that sounds petty. It sounds like a waste of time, but you got to. I mean, how else are you going to get your name out there? But to be honest with you, in the beginning, I spent more time doing the social media and the bookings, and you don't get paid for that. But now that I'm busy enough that I hired somebody, a PR rep, to take care of me. That's called Oncore Marketing. They're really amazing. So they actually do help me out a lot with my fan base and my social media stuff now. And I can focus on actually just going to my shoots and doing the part as model.
Now, that's interesting because there's the model, Jennifer Gonzalez, out there, but there's also this brand thing that you're building and also as a guru kind of to the other people. That's all you for the most part, right? That's the part where you're having to figure it out, plan it. How did you come to that side of you, the brand of Jennifer?
That's
Irene
just
Gonzalez?
the way I chose to do it, and lucky for me, that's what made me successful in this business.
Wow!
I gave free posters to anybody who was in military. I dedicated my time to charities. I dedicated my time to coaching other girls in pageants
for free. Everybody listening,
because that's how I got started. I was motivated by somebody else who went out on a limb and helped me, and they don't want their name mentioned, but they just inspired me that the gift goes on. If you go on a random act of kindness and help somebody, that gift gets turned on, because let's face it, today's world is cutthroat. People don't help each other anymore. So, but that's what made me grow. I was giving out free stuff. I was dedicating free time, free shows, and that's where I got all my networking. And now I get paid jobs.
See, that's the whole thing that everybody that you had to work to set that up, because we tell so many people about same thing about internet television, that it is a long-term process that you're setting up to promote your brand. And that's why I was so excited about having Jennifer Irene Gonzalez here today, because we've been dealing with these issues. And like I said, I promised you were going to get a little bit of inspiration today, because she's an example of someone who is successful. And part of that is the mentality. You have to define success for yourself, don't you?
You do.
But you are free and in control right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Totally different swag, I have to say it, because when she first walked in, you could see the difference in what has happened. And it happened at the hands and the energy of Jennifer. And you can,
it's intimidating.
It is.
To get into it, it's intimidating. And that's why I want to share my story, because the way I went about it, I had no idea it would work for me. I had no idea that this would really work, but it's true. And I'm inspiring a lot of other girls, too, and I see them getting published now, too.
Because that takes guts. See, you know what's amazing? The same thing, Jennifer.
What can I say? I got some cojones, so.
Well, it seems like the people you run into, they want a guarantee of success before they try.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that seems to keep coming up. When people say, well, I don't know if I want to do this because I need to do this. I need to have this now. And it seems that the biggest thing for many people is being able to take risks. You took that risk.
I took that risk because it's my passion, and I was going to do it regardless it was going to make me successful or not. I took that risk because that was just me, and that's who I am, and that's the way I wanted to go about it. That's.
Well, I want you to know, I totally relate, because that's actually what we do here too. We took the risk of this. We took the risk of doing this broadcast 3 days a week for over 3 years, unpaid, just to learn how to do it.
Right.
And so that's why we
now I see you guys got all these brand new TV screens, and I'm like, yeah. Did some remodeling in here. I like it.
We did. Yeah, we got to thank you. We did do some remodeling. Hey, so tell us about some of the things that you brought a bunch of stuff here today. And this is some hot stuff here.
It's just a small handful. Oh, the
magazines.
Oh,
yes.
Show the folks.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
Am I attached?
You know what? Let me do this. Can we do a quick, small music break? Relocate her up there so that way she can share with you the material she brought. Makes it easier, and then she gets to look at the buttons.
Well, do you
I'm pushing all the buttons.
Should we do a music break, or should we show her Vimeo?
Show her Vimeo, man. Always.
Or YouTube. YouTube's good too.
Yeah.
Something you want me to show on YouTube?
Yeah, you can. I've got my newest and latest magazine covers out on there too. Performance Auto and Sound. You can get that at AutoZone or Walmart. And then Wheels and Heels magazine is their first print issue.
Oh, cool.
I got to shoot with an Audi R8. Oh my gosh, love fast cars. Love fast cars.
Love them.
My speeding ticket record was it.
Oh.
It's like that. Come on. Hold on.
Just go to youtube.com/JGmodeltalent.
Okay, there we go. That's what I want.
Or you go to Vimeo.
How long is the piece? How long is the video, the Vimeo?
I don't know.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you have enough time. Get ready for that background.
No, we got time. Here we go. Let's go to the one. We just have to pick the one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Everybody look at this.
That's VP Racing down there.
Look at this. Okay, I want everybody to look. Okay. The well-maintained YouTube profile. The well-maintained.
Is he referring to the picture on the left?
Hey. No, because this is attention to details. And you got to celebrate. Right. We are so into celebrating entrepreneurs And it's amazing, the majority of the ones we run across here at PAX Stereo are women.
Right.
I have to admit, the majority are women. But, Jennifer, this is just impressive.
Yes,
Thank you.
It is. very-
Encore Marketing helped me a lot with this, and they've helped me expand.
Well, I like Encore. And which one? Hey, so which one do you want us to show while...
How about you show the latest, the Wheels and Heels magazine photo shoot?
Okay.
You can kind of fast forward.
No, we're going to let that show. We get you in position.
Yeah, if you don't have time to do all
we got
this,
to... Oh, yeah.
look it
Yeah,
up.
we run this.
Don't say that.
Mike down.
The look of the cake, it ain't always a taste. My ex-girl, she had such a beautiful face. I wanted love, but not for myself, but for the girl, so she could love herself. Oh, my next girl would be nothing like my ex-girl. I made mistakes back then, I'll never do it again. Oh, my next girl should be nothing like my ex-girl. It was a painful dance, now I got a second chance. Oh, a beautiful face and a wicked way. And I'm praying for her beautiful face every day. All that work over so much time. If I think too hard, I might lose my mind. Oh, my next girl, yeah, will be nothing like my ex-girl. I made mistakes back then, I'll never do it again. With my next girl, should be nothing like my ex-girl. There was a painful dance and I got a second chance. My next girl.
Yeah, getting in position. Know you like that. Enjoying the video. Encore. Yeah. Everybody.
Wow.
Where's my
wow.
claps?
That, you know what?
And that's actually available right now if you want to buy it.
Where is it available at?
It's on MagCloud. I have the link on my fan page.
Okay, good, good. And then your fan page at Facebook, right?
Yes.
Let's go take a look at that.
Okay.
It's facebook.com/Jennifer Irene Gonzalez. Got quiet.
They watch me type.
No, we love it. We love it.
Wow.
Ooh, more likes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Take a look. Take a look. Now, see, what's amazing, we sometimes have to convince people of the value of promoting themselves on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
How's that experience been for you?
It's been extremely rewarding. Extremely rewarding. A lot of very time consuming in the beginning. I get a mass amount of messages, but hey.
Okay, now let's talk about that, Jennifer, because like you said, you deal with the messages. We also have other associates that get a lot of emails, a lot of messages, some of whom actually don't want to respond to that. They see it too much as a task. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that it depends. You have to learn to weed out certain messages. Obviously, you got the creeps on there that
Right.
send you messages,
Right.
but I think it's very important to respond and acknowledge unless you want to lose some fan following. And
So if you were getting hundreds, if you were a person who was getting hundreds to 1,000 emails a
then
week,
you hire somebody to help you.
you
weed out
would
the
deal
important
with that
ones.
as a real job.
Yes, it is a real job because those messages responding and and earning the respect and love from your community is what makes your job successful if you are entertainment, by the way. You know?
Well, I know that I've heard this from fans, and I actually thought about it because I myself am a big music fan. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the littlest things, even in an acknowledgement on the part of an artist, make someone a fan for life. They didn't go out and be your ambassador. They go around spreading the word about how wonderful a person you are, because sometimes the littlest things make a big deal.
It does.
Because you do a bunch of, you were just telling us about one of your promotions, even your giveaways here.
Oh, yes. Well, I always give free 8x10s to anybody in the military. Just gotta send me. I support the military. Hey, my brother and sister are in it, and they've been in Iraq for 6 years. So
Wow.
And then, yeah, I do promotions all the time where I'm giving away free magazines, autographed, obviously, and you got to work for it, though. You got to share something.
See what you're saying? Looking at you guys.
It's
take a look.
as easy as pushing a button.
And we take a look at your page here again. 66,421 likes.
And 3,400 are talking about it right now.
Talking about it right now. Take a look. And this is her spot on Facebook.
Wow.
And she's actively managing this. Wow. And what's good about this, the people know they get to get close to you.
It's so important to link your accounts too, I think, so that you're not, I link my Instagram to my Twitter to my Facebook, so I really only have to post on one, and then it goes to all of them.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Yeah, so that helps out a lot too. And then as you can see, I go ahead and put my YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff, the apps for your page. So if you do run a fan page, I highly recommend you go to the Instagram app, the Twitter app, the YouTube app. If there's a Model Mayhem app, which I haven't gotten on there yet, go ahead and do that. It just saves you a lot of time from having to tell people where to go, and they'll automatically find it and go like your stuff.
See, you know, we've been preaching that. We've got, almost 30 apps under development here at PAX Stereo.
Right.
Victor and I, so far, we've got our apps out on iTunes.
Yeah.
And the ones that are coming for the show. But we see, look at it taking full advantage. And again, wonderful, wonderful photography.
Well, Jezzy is chiming in saying,
"Hey, Jezzy."
She's speaking your language, Mario, which is part of what you've been.
Hi, Jezzy.
Yeah, Jezzy. Oh, there she goes.
Well, sometimes y'all have to hear. See, they get tired of hearing it from the old man. See, they get to hear it from the beautiful woman, but when they hear how much of what Jennifer does is about business. It's not about letting things or waiting for things to happen, which is a fallacy that I'm amazed at the number of people who believe in that.
True.
Just waiting for things to happen, that you get up and work at this every day. That's the other thing that we were telling people. People say, oh, I can't find time. Well, you may have to map out some of your time.
Right.
Yep. Time management.
Time management.
Like I said, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I allotted an hour for emails, and if I didn't get to them all, got to get to them later.
But at least you look at that. At least you left a full hour just in the morning as part of your early routine, and then she'll try to get back later.
True.
But at least look at that. It's a plan.
It's not easy. Trust me, I am not a morning person. I love the morning coffee show.
And we get them at tell. You know, we got them all types because we got a bunch of our people that say they are not evening persons.
Right.
You try to have a meeting at 7 o'clock, they claim they can't stay awake.
It's both end. You know what can you say? It's both ends of the spectrum. But you know what? If you get ahead early in the day, you have a lot more you can get done later. You have the options.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it's a point of discussion.
Yeah.
And I just leave it open. You can do it night or day, right? If you night owl, do it night. If you morning, do it morning. But as long as you do it. Hey, so everybody go to her page and like it more.
Yeah.
Like it more.
Very good. Very good.
And if you share my page and the PAX Stereo page, I will send you a free 8x10. You just got to send it to my inbox.
Ooh, Mario.
Did you hear that, you guys?
Both. 2 for 1 deal.
2 for 1. Mario, please show
me. We come as a full package.
Show the 8x10 so they can be inspired.
Here's some examples. I mean, if you have a specific one that you like, I don't know, where should I show
Which camera?
That one right there. There you go.
This is one of my riskier ones.
Yes.
I'll make sure your wifey don't see it. But I also have 8x10 printouts of all my magazine covers.
Very
and
good.
My VP Racing Fuel calendars for 2013.
You can show them more. Go show them, Jill. We like.
Kind of washed out up there.
Now,
like that?
Now just say it again to get that free pick, that calendar pick.
This one's super sexy too.
Yeah.
There you go.
And this will obviously come with the watermark off, and that's another thing that if you are a model, you should be careful about labeling your stuff because people will steal your photos.
That's right.
So
Yes,
now
they
with
will.
reverse Google image search, though, you can find where your stuff is at and report all the fake profiles.
I was gonna say they'll steal your image and you'll be Monte Teo's new girlfriend.
I mean, take it as a compliment, but you definitely need to keep it in control if you're trying to rep your brand, which is your name.
Now,
got a question in the chat room.
okay.
Got to hit it real quick because I know.
I'm with you, Vic.
Okay.
I'm with you.
MacPort Townsend Washington asks, Jennifer, how can you gauge if your effort is successful? At what point
Could
do you
you
know?
say that again? What can
How can you gauge, or what they say, monitor? When do you know when your effort is successful?
when
does
you're
it-
making money, you're staying busy, and you're still loving your life.
There you go. That's it.
Because you got to define the success. See, a lot of our friends, for example, let me give you Mac, the guy who just asked a specific question. He has an online retro jazz and blues show. We give Mac a certain amount of leeway because even though he's 73, he is one of the most active folks that we have. He does a
Right.
weekly show. He's got thousands of followers. He had one account that YouTube closed on, and we tried to get into that had over 1 million views.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, so he does stuff, but he's 73 now. And part of the thing we've been encouraging him is to get active. You know how sometimes the older generation more resistant to social media, right? So we've been telling Mac to get on Facebook, get on Twitter.
I think they'll be.
And
more
he's got to be
consistent as they learn
convinced it's
now.
worth it, right? He
Yes.
wants to be convinced that it's worth it.
Yes. I mean, the definition of success depends on what you define success as. You know, it could be just happiness. It could be family. It could be, modeling. Whatever it is, you define your own success. So that's how you gauge it.
I like that because it's not always money.
No, it's not.
No.
Not at all.
But one of the things I think you can look at is the number of likes and followers. Because to me, if Mac started being active on Facebook and made a fan page and had a fan page that started developing, like you have, thousands of likes, that is a way of reinforcing that you have a community.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I think is amazing. 421 likes. How many of us wouldn't mind having that for our fan page?
Right.
On Facebook. 66,421 likes. Okay. Let's give it an applause.
If you guys have a business page, I'll start a link on my page, and you guys can go ahead and post your link underneath it so people can see it.
Very
So-
good. See? Very good. That's how
But wait till I post that.
Very good. See?
Interesting, you guys, because you got to go. One thing about all of these things is that, remember, Jennifer said it so many times earlier, she wasn't sure of any of this or what it was going to be.
Right.
But she still went about doing it. And I think that's one of the things that we have encouraged. And also, I read an interesting article where the guy, Jennifer, said, the cost of failure has never been so low. What are you really risking? For a lot of people, they're mostly giving up what? Time they spent sitting around. They weren't up exercising.
Right.
So mostly what you're giving up is TV time or video time or game
Get
time.
off the TV, people. Seriously.
Okay, let it go. Just let it go, right?
Max says he don't own a TV.
Unless it's us.
But
There you go. And you will, and that time is coming where this will be piped. You will have that, your name will come up on the TV. You'll have a whole different look at it because of what's going to be available through the technology corridor. It's going to come.
well, and it's coming now. Jennifer has the examples because she's been getting work, and building.
Right.
And remember how much she said she did free. I got to go back and tell you this
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
And you heard with the energy that she expressed.
Oh, yeah.
Relative to the amounts of stuff she did. So now you got this hot stuff. Show them what's been happening.
I do need to add freedom. I'm loyal to the people who helped me make it here. So even if they call me up for work or charity stuff, they're on my top priority list. Because if it weren't for them, so I'm
You heard her.
Don't be stepping on people to get on top. Okay, so we're using camera this.
Yeah,
This is
there
my
you go.
FHM Philippines.
Wow.
Oh, I was going to show this one last time because
You can show it again.
And you can also view all this on my fan page. I still got to do some updating on my regular
Wow.
page, but
Nice. Wow.
believe it or not, this was done in my own closet.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Really?
I don't know. From there, I can't tell.
Oh, we can see.
No.
See?
I can see.
This
Clearly.
one is kind of bright. Can you see?
Yeah.
I'm not really good at the show.
No, that's still, no, that's okay. They'll
You
appreciate
want to
it
hear something
anyway.
funny? This is for all the Filipinos out there. I love the Philippines. I go out there every year, and when they were doing my interview, I had a blurb, I guess you could say, and they asked me, because I'm half and half. I'm half Asian, half something else, and to them that's called mestiza.
Oh, that's
But
right. That's right.
I was trying to be
That's
cool
right.
girl at my interview, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Medusa.
Totally different. Huh?
Yeah, they're
That's
like,
funny.
you mean mestiza? I was like, yeah.
And Gonzalez is
do
a
that.
very common Filipino last name.
Yes.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
not Filipino, but I wish I was.
But because of the Spanish influence, went to Spanish colony. A lot of people don't realize that. So a lot of the Filipino names you will see are Spanish in nature.
So, do we have time for more?
Yeah.
Girl, we
This
got all
is
the
some
time.
of my high fashion stuff. I didn't
Whoa,
have my
that's
MAMi
nice.
Magazine covers, but this is called Maddening Beauty. The spread is in Vigore magazine, shot by Jenna Kraczek. She's amazing. Look her up. She's very busy too, so you got to book her like a month or two in advance.
Wow.
And the wardrobe's
Nice.
by Cheri from Wonderland Studios.
Wow.
Okay, where's that location shoot?
By
at?
the way, corsets, I don't know how they did it in the old days, because let me tell you their rule. When they told me this, I thought they were joking. So you squeeze yourself into a corset, and then she literally says to me, she goes, and then give your organs 15 minutes to rearrange before you squeeze some more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, totally serious. And that's why those girls had tiny, tiny waists back in the day.
Wow, wow.
This is me
Not
playing
today.
it like a 100-year-old piano.
Now, where's this shot at?
It's top secret.
Okay.
If I told the photographer asked me
I
not
got
to say
you. I
because
know.
then
Yeah.
we should be out of place. But
Well,
this
wonderful,
is me with a bunch
wonderful.
of dead Barbie dolls.
I like that. I know.
I did not personally kill anybody, so don't get mad at me. But Jenna also did my makeup there, so she's also an example of entrepreneur. She does hair, makeup, photography, edits her own stuff, and she
Wow.
has a full-time job.
Wow.
So, and a
Wow.
mommy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is- hey, you know, when they say that, they say it for a reason. The competition is stiff. And when you have to bring it,
You have to
bring
multitask.
it. You have to bring it multiple times. I know people who will sit there and go, I have one appointment today, and they're getting prepared all week long for that one. I said, one, that's it. One. Yeah, I know people are doing like bundling, but
Yeah.
like you're doing today.
Yeah.
So
what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going shopping. Not.
That's
Hey, you know, that's the part again. That's the take-home lesson today.
right.
And you get the take-home lesson from someone who's so much probably more pleasant to hear it from than moi.
Yeah.
You get to hear it from Jennifer Irene Gonzalez, who's showing you all how she's actively has been managing,
Right.
currently is managing and directing, taking her life into her own hands. And running this, and you got to admire what she did. She's, you know, it serves as a model. I wish the PAX Stereo fan page was this developed,
Oh yeah.
but you know,
Blast, yeah.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got to get on all that stuff ourselves too, and multitask more. But it's just still, again, the broadness of her brand, how she's continuing to develop it. We got to really celebrate you, and of course, the fact that you've got those wonderful spreads. There we go. Jennifer Irene Gonzalez.
Wow.
Hey, so what do you want? What do you want to say to the folks out there, Jennifer? Besides, tell them remind them where to come see you. And
What you mean by social networking?
yeah,
Well, you can visit my website at JGmodeltalent.com or JenniferIreneGonzalez.com. It all goes to the same page. And Instagram is JGmodeltalent. Twitter's JGmodeltalent. If you have any questions for me at all, feel free to message me on one of those sites. I answer to all my messages. It may take me some time, but I do.
hear that.
And I do video blogs once in a while. So if you want to send over any questions or anything that you want to know about the business, I will do a video blog sometime in the month and post that for all of you guys.
Wow. Very good.
Yes. And like I said, if you share their page and my page, I will send you a free 8x10, but I got to get your address.
There you go. And the best way
I'll
is.
stalk you. Just kidding. I'm joking.
What about your Twitter handle, just to make sure?
It's JGmodeltalent.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go.
I am one of the few people out there that did not use a stage name, so this is my real name.
Yeah.
So that unfortunately was not available on Twitter.
That's where the
Whoever
Irene
has the
comes
Jennifer
in.
Gonzalez Twitter, buy it from me.
She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it.
I'll get it.
Smart.
All right, so we're gonna take a little break.
Yes, and be ready for it.
We got to get some pictures of Jennifer ourselves.
Yes.
Before she leaves, I know she's got a busy day, and then we still.